Browns are going to get their first win this week.
The Browns are on a bye.
Shit. What's up? Welcome to Backside Athletics. We're here. We're going to do our weekly picks, and the first game we got this week is the Bills versus Jets. I got the Bills in this game. They're coming off their bye. They got 2 straight wins. Tyrod Taylor's been playing pretty good this year. He's only had 2 interceptions all year, but he's only had 3 games over 200 yards. So passing is all right. Running, though, he's a pretty mobile quarterback, kind of shifty as shit. The real person that's shifty as shit is that team, though, Sean McCoy. Top 3 running back in the league?
For sure. Sure.
Okay. We got Zeke, Kareem Hunt, Todd Gurley, Sean McCoy all up there?
Yep.
All right. I think
Todd
it's
Gurley, definitely.
just because you want to suck his dick.
All the
Suck
time.
his dick all back there.
I would accept that offer, yes.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about the Rams in a little bit. All right. On the other side of this lineup, Jets. Who's Josh McCown? I never heard of him before this year. He's done okay stats-wise. I don't know who he is. Probably learn more about him if he keeps up some consistent production. The Jets can't run, at all. Line's not very good. Running backs are okay if they have a good line, but they can't get any space. And then their defense, they're okay, but it's the Jets. Come on.
I also got the Bills in this game. Bills are a tough team to beat. They will give anybody a game. They're on a 2-game win streak coming off a bye. I expect them to come out on all cylinders. Jets have really struggled of late, lost 3 straight. I don't see them rebounding in this game.
Yeah, I got the Bills in this one, too. Their defense is definitely a lot better than the Jets, and I got a lot of faith in Tyrod Taylor, so I think they're good on both sides of the ball, and that's what's going to win in the game.
All right, so I got Bills.
Yeah, I got Bills.
All right, next game we got is the Bucs versus Saints. Saints are on a 5-game win streak, but their last game was against the Bears, which kind of doesn't count because they're trash, and Mitch Trubisky threw the ball 7 times. So the Saints defense knew the run was coming with Jordan Howard. But another good question here is Drew Brees on a downward spiral? Is he towards the end of his career?
I think he can finish out the season pretty well, but he's definitely on the last leg of his career.
How many more years we got?
I'd say he could probably play 2 more.
2 more?
But
Say
3?
3.
All right.
I'd expect a drop off after this season.
Yeah,
But I think he's got one good season left in him.
All right. One more thing about the Saints before we move on to the Bucs is I hate how they use the running back committee. Personally, coming from my fantasy side, because I care more about fantasy than anything else about football, I hate split backs, split reps, whatever the hell they call it. Committee running backs, hate them. So Saints running game, don't give a shit about it. I hate it. All right, other side, Bucs. Jameis Winston, pretty inconsistent. He's a good athlete, but he's hurt a lot, so can't really rely on him. And if he's hurt, they're going to lose because their backup quarterback, I don't even know who he is, probably trash. Mike Evans is really good, but there's no one to throw to. He can't be the entire team. There's 11 guys on the field each side. And their offense, besides the field goal, didn't score against the Panthers, so I don't see the Bucs taking this game at all. Saints all the way for me.
Yeah, the Buccaneers have no momentum, and the Saints' defense has played really well. The offense is red hot. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints put up 28 in the first quarter. I got the Saints as well.
Yeah, I think Saints are really the expected one to win here, but I think Bucs got a chance. If Winston's not being a bitch with his shoulder out like he is every week, then he's got some chances to connect with Mike Evans, and he can get it done.
Next so?
So I'll take Bucs.
All right, we got Saints, you got Bucs. Next game, Falcons and the Panthers. I got the Panthers in this game. They had a convincing win against Tampa Bay, only allowing 3 points and putting up 17, but it's Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston was hurt a little bit of the game, so I don't know. And they did lose to the Bears, so can't really give them that much credibility. So I'm not convinced about them being that good. But I still think they're going to take it over the Falcons, who haven't been that consistent on offense. Julio Jones hasn't done anything this year. Is he still top 3 receiver in the league? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't say so. He hasn't performed that way this year yet.
Who's above him?
A.J. Green.
Okay.
Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Odell when he's not hurt.
Okay.
Possibly Hopkins coming up in the season.
Yeah, with Deshaun Watson as a quarterback now, he's definitely got a slinger back there. Yeah, I think he's fallen out of the top 3, especially just with this season, the production he's put up. But I got the Panthers in this game.
I also have the Panthers. The defense has been phenomenal. They held the offenses of Chicago and Tampa Bay to 3 points each. Granted, those aren't great offenses. Still impressive. The offense has been lackluster. The run game needs to get going. McCaffrey and Stewart, they got to get something going back there. But the Falcons have been on a steady decline ever since their Super Bowl loss last year. Matty Ice has been lukewarm, frankly, and Julio's been a no-show this season. And the defense is last in forcing turnovers, so that does not help you win.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think Atlanta's going to take this one, and this is a big game for them in the NFC South because they're one game behind Carolina. And this would put them right up there with them, tied, together.
Together?
Yes.
On top of each other or just like together?
Like inside. They will both be 5-3 if Atlanta wins, and I said they will, so they will. Yeah, I think their offense just has a lot of weapons. Julio Jones, he could do some stuff. And I think Carolina's just unpredictable, and they're pieces of shit when I put them in on defense for my fantasy.
All right. There you have it. Next game, Rams versus Giants. I got the Rams in this game because they've looked really good recently. Holden has a boner talking about his team right now.
He said the word Rams. I got excited.
Yeah, that's his team. You can tell in the back, Holden's an avid Rams fan. Besides his 3-inch erection, the Rams defense has looked really
3.5. Mark that right the fuck down.
The Rams have looked really good on defense, and Todd Gurley has been an offensive MVP candidate on running the ball. He's really good, but got to give Holden a little shit. Carson Wentz has been better than Jared Goff.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Got it wrong.
Maybe you should talk to the GM on that one.
Questionable pick.
All right. Yeah, we'll get to Carson Wentz later, but definitely he won out of the draft class in that. But the Giants on the other side of this, they're done. I think they should just bag it and try for next year. Get their receiving core healthy and then try to get their superstar back on the field next year. And, okay, so I know this has kind of been lost in the media, but do you guys remember when Odell, hit the net and it came back and hit him in the face?
Yes.
And then next week he proposed?
I do.
Are they still, finna sauce him?
I would hope the Net and Odell are still very intimate with each other.
Okay, wait, I got a question. Average girl or guy, we don't judge, has 3 holes. How many holes does this net have?
So many holes.
like
He just picks a new one each week.
Yeah, I was gonna say each week or maybe each day. Could you go entire year new hole every day?
I don't know if there's 365 holes in that net.
There could be.
There might.
All right, mark our words. We'll get a kicking net. We'll count the holes and get back to you.
Oh, fuck that net.
All right. Well, I got Rams in this game, so.
I also got Rams. The Giants have been bad, especially without Odell. There's no chance that will change against this stingy Rams defense.
Yeah, I got Giants to get their fucking ass kicked, and the Rams are going to come out on top because they're 1-6, and Rams are in the top 10 for every offensive category in the league because they're just that good, and they're going to the Super Bowl. They can't stop them. No one can stop them.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to win everything, and I will be cheering from
All
my
right,
house.
Ravens, Titans. I got the Ravens this one. What do you got?
I have the Titans destroying the Ravens.
What about you?
I also have the Titans.
All right, I got the Ravens in this game because kicked the shit out of Miami. It was 40-0. And then I just off past game, they did really well, but their record is not that good, especially with the shitty schedule. They got a W over the Browns. They're trash. Jaguars, they lost. Jaguars are pretty good, but they still lost. Steelers lost to a good team. Beat the Raiders, but that was without Derek Carr. He was hurt. The Bears they lost to. Bears a bad team. Vikings are okay, and they lost to the Vikings. And then they beat the Dolphins, who were trash. So they're 4-4 with that schedule. I don't think it's that good. But the real question is Joe Flacco dead?
He is dead, yes.
Dead? Confirmed?
He's dead.
All right, you guys saw that picture when he was falling and he was asking for the check, please? You guys see that? Is that to God?
Yes.
Or Satan? Can we confirm Joe Flacco's religion?
I don't think
I wouldn't say it's
we got a
Satanist.
source on it.
Satanist? Joe Flacco Satanist. You heard it here first.
Yes.
All right, bold statement by your boy. All right, on the other side of this, the Titans, they barely beat the Browns before their bye week. Overtime field goal. See, if you barely beat the Browns in overtime, I don't think you can come out and beat the Ravens. But they beat the Seahawks and Jaguars, so I don't know how this Titans team's doing. It'll be interesting to watch.
The Ravens' offense is garbage. Joe Flacco got murked. They already had the worst pass game in the NFL, and it's not going to get better.
Dude, backup quarterback, rise from the dead, come from the ashes. He'll make some noise. I don't know who he is, but he'll make some noise.
You know who he is. You can't say he's gonna make some noise.
Come on, he'll make some noise.
The Titans' offense is going to get back on track. They struggled to beat the Browns in a game that they didn't even score a touchdown in, but Mariota's been recovering from an injury, just had a bye. That'll give him more time to get to 100%. The run game will carry this team with studs like DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. I expect this team to get back on track against the Ravens in a big way.
Yeah, I got the Titans here. I think, the Ravens kicked the shit out of the Dolphins, but did they really? They did. But they wouldn't have against the Titans because it's going to be the opposite.
Oh, all right.
The Titans are better on defense, and they're coming off a bye, so they're well rested. Fuck, that's my pick.
Bengals versus Jaguars. I got the Jaguars in this game. How about you?
I also have the Jaguars.
I have the Jaguars, yes.
All right. I think it's pretty obvious this game. Jaguars, Saxonville is real. It's real, and it's coming for every team in the NFL. Leonard Fournette is back full health. He was questionable a few weeks. They rest him, get their star player back to full health. He'll be running over some boys. It's just what he does. All right. Oh, if you want to read more about Leonard Fournette, maybe check out backsideathletics.wordpress.com.
No, you
Wrote an What?
We might not have that when this goes up.
Well, maybe we will.
Link in the description, probably.
Yep, link in the description.
Or just backsideathletics.com or backsideathletics.wordpress.com. You just
figure it out.
You figure try them both. All right. Besides that, we wrote an article about him fighting in the NFL, how he'd be a good goon in the NFL and be pretty. Just check it out. All right. That's all about the Jaguars. Other side of this, Andy Dalton, not very good. He's going to get killed this game, but that's not what matters right now. What matters is his hair just fits perfectly in Cincinnati. The colors of the Bengals, the orange hair, this mesh. Like, imagine him pulling off a Seahawks helmet.
Gross.
Disgusting. If you're hard watching the game, if you're a good football fan, you're just always got a hard on watching football. Kind of goes down to a half chub if you're watching.
Kind of kills it.
Completely flaccid.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I have to say about this game because it's an obvious Jaguar pick.
All right, we'll see the top two pass defenses battle in this game. It's gonna be a very defensive game. The Bengals, the run game ranks 30th in the NFL, and they're not gonna be able to pass against this Jaguars pass defense.
This is another running back by committee that I hate. Yeah, I just hate watching. Maybe Joe Mixon's gonna get some carries. Maybe Giovanni Bernard. No. I don't care. Just pick one guy and stick with him. That's all I have to say. All right, continue.
Fournette's about to return, and he's going to eat the Bengals' run defense alive. Seahawks should win this game. Seahawks. The Jaguars should win this game pretty easily.
Dude, they're not even the same kind of animal. One's like a big cat family, and one's like. Is the Seahawk a real bird?
But a tiger is playing a jaguar, and those are both cats. Fuck you.
Shut up. All right, is a Seahawk an actual bird?
Yes.
It's like a species of bird.
It's a hawk of the sea.
But isn't it an actual thing?
Doesn't matter.
I don't think it needs to be.
It's what you feel.
I'm just asking. Okay, Seahawk, it's not a real bird.
For sure.
All right, you go.
It probably is a real bird, and you're just retarded. Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Andy Dalton's gonna get dicked. I mean, they have one of the worst. Cincinnati has one of the worst lines in the NFL, and Jacksonville has one of the best defensive lines that are good at getting in there and fucking Andy Dalton in the ass. So I predict at least 10 sacks this game, and it's just going to not go their way for Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a blowout for Jaguars. So it turns out Seahawk is not a real bird.
I told you.
I mean, officially, but the osprey that shares nearly the same Latin in its name, Padion hylatus or whatever the fuck, and it's in the hawk family, so that means sea or something. So it says this is the closest thing to a Seahawk.
But it's not actually called a Seahawk. I told you I was right. I told you I was right. It's not, yeah. All right, so leave that. I'm right, always right. Next game, Broncos versus Eagles. I have the Eagles in this game. He's like an Eagles fan.
I got the Eagles
Yeah,
in this game.
That's implied. What about you?
I also have the Eagles this game.
All right. Everyone's got the Eagles in this game. Broncos haven't been doing too good. But the real question is, what's Jay Ajayi's impact in Philly? What do you think?
I see him coming in and being a good change of pace. He'll take over the number one role. LeGarrette Blount will still get some carries in there. But I expect him to have a very positive effect on this offense.
I right away. I think it's gonna be hard for him to learn an entire new NFL playbook. I think it's gonna and they have a bye week coming up. Is it next week?
Yeah, they have a bye week next week, so I wouldn't expect him to get too many carries against the Broncos. But Week 11, Sunday night versus the Cowboys, I expect him to see him in full effect.
No one cares if it's Sunday night. If it's a 1:00 game, if it's a Thursday color rush, no one cares. All they care about is stats. All right,
Stats.
except for color rush jerseys. Okay. All right. No, but JJ won't make a real impact until after their bye week when he learns the entire playbook, gets comfortable with the players and everything. Another question. Is Carson Wentz the best QB right now?
He's played like the best quarterback right now.
Yes, and it would have been really good if some other teams that maybe had the first-round draft pick would have picked him, except for someone who's trying their best but is just not good enough. Goff, you piece of shit.
Right, round of applause. Trying his best.
He tried his best, but Wentz is just better.
He tried.
All right, he tried. All right, and then one last thing about the Eagles is what happened to Alshon Jeffrey? He made some noise on the Bears. He was pretty good, and then now moved to the Eagles. Haven't really heard much from him.
He hasn't been making a lot. He's gotten a lot of targets. Hasn't been able to make a lot of catches because he's up against top corners. He's made some. He's gotten other receivers open by his presence, but his numbers have definitely dropped.
So he's trash.
Not
He is
trash.
trash, yes.
So he's trash.
I
Oh
agree.
no! I thought is this a democracy?
This is a democracy.
Two
You're out.
2-1. Alshon Jeffrey's trash.
Into the
All right.
club.
So Eagles are going to win this game. It's obvious. But question for the Broncos: is it time for Brock Osweiler?
The Broncos think so. They have announced that they're going to start him.
Okay.
Trevor Siemian should not have any confidence in him because he is so incompetent. Their offense is sad. Maybe Brock Osweiler can bring a little spark. We'll just have to see.
All right. He's 6'8", so he probably can dunk. Does that have anything to do on the football field?
He can dunk it on the field goal if he gets near it. But
They
won't.
actually made that a penalty.
That's who gives.
I
a
mean,
shit.
he
Dunk
can,
it,
though.
pay the fine.
Next game, Colts versus Texans. I got the Texans in this game.
I also have the Texans.
Yeah, I got the Texans too. They're going to
Pretty
get
obvious
dicked.
pick. Pretty obvious pick. Colts are trash. But another question: Deshaun Watson, rookie of the year. You guys think so?
For sure.
Yes, he's definitely up there.
He's definitely been the rookie of the first half of the year so far.
Okay, that's fair to say. So it's unanimous. Deshaun Watson, rookie of the year. What about DeAndre Hopkins? Last year he kind of fell off a little bit, didn't have that much offensive production, but this year he's got a great quarterback back there. He's became a legit threat again.
I think he's coming back. Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, this is definitely the
Especially-
resurgence of DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, I mean, he's a good receiver and all, but the best thing about him is that silky long sleeve he wears with a Nike symbol on this one. It's always navy blue, red Nike symbol, and then the NFL logo on this arm. I don't know what it is. Whenever I watch him see it, I feel like he doesn't sweat in it, so it won't get wet, and then you could just take a nap in that shirt, and you'd just be comfy. I don't know what it is. You'd just be comfy in that shirt.
It's nice to see you are researching the important things in the NFL. This seems like a very important topic.
Fuck you. Yeah, well, I just think it'd be good. All right, and then other side of this, I got the Colts. Is Andrew Luck alive? I haven't heard anything from him. Are him and Joe Flacco in hell or heaven?
I think
one or the other.
I think the entire Indianapolis offense is in hell. Yes.
Okay. Wait. Is that a shot at horses? Do you not like Colts?
I don't like Colts, but Broncos are okay. So I don't know what the difference is. They're both horses. I don't understand horses. I don't live in.
I think Colts might be babies. Baby
So you
horses.
just hate children horses.
I do. Too annoying. Got to drive them to preschool, horse preschool,
daycare.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I got for the Colts and Texans. You guys got anything?
The Colts defense is awful. I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans drop 50. That's all I have to say about that. Texans win.
Yeah, I think Colts are pretty much professional at getting the shit beat out of them at this point.
All right.
Because they've had 3 games where they just got
All
dicked.
right, Redskins versus Seahawks. I got the Seahawks in this game. What about you guys?
I also have the Seahawks in this game. I don't see the Redskins. They've had too many injuries on offense. Against this defense, they won't be able to put enough points to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks too because they performed really well against the Texans last week. They both teams scored a shit ton, so their offense isn't really anything to be concerned about.
All right, I definitely think Russell Wilson is back in the top 5 NFL quarterbacks. And another running back by committee. Who runs the ball for them? Eddie Lacy. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's hurt. Thomas Rawls. Don't know if he's hurt. CJ Process. I think he broke his leg. Who's their other running backs?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No one knows. No one cares. Just give the ball back. Marshawn, just come back so I have one running back per team.
Marshawn Lynch is busy beating up referees, so he can't do that at this moment.
All right, well.
I feel like the Seahawks might just find people outside the stadium to suit up for.
Did you guys see that thing? Like it was last year, that guy outside Houston Texans. He was like a free agent wide receiver. Didn't have a job, like was broke, and he just like chilled outside the Texans stadium for like a week. He's like, I can catch a ball. He's like, he just had a little sign. It's like, we'll run routes for money.
I can also do that. I think I'm better than him, and I will beat out him at a spot.
Okay. All right. Other side of this, Redskins, a lot of injuries. I don't know if I really trust Chris Thompson because he's a receiving running back, and like the only thing I look at for running backs is the amount of carries they get. I don't really care, like if they're a good receiver or not, because he's like put up good stats. But if you're not getting like 20 attempts a game, I don't trust you. I'm calling you out. I don't trust you if you don't get 20 attempts a game. The Redskins don't have my trust.
Yeah, but he does some stuff. I trust him.
You trust him?
I think you're just untrustful.
All right, Cardinals 49ers. I got the 49ers in this game. I don't think they have a win right now, but I think they can pull this out. They've had a lot of close games. Also, 6 games within 3 points.
They've lost 5 of their 8 games by 3 points or less. My family all likes the 49ers. They have had a very frustrating time cheering.
Tell us more about your personal life, bud.
Yeah. That's right. No one cares.
No one cares.
Next topic.
All right. Is Carlos Hyde good? Is he a top 10 running back?
I think not.
I don't think so.
I think
maybe
he is.
top 10, but
No.
not even close to top 5?
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, they don't have a very
I'd
good
put him at,
offense.
like, 12.
Not with the fact that they're always throwing the ball to catch up to teams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're not running the ball enough for him to be a top 5 running back right
Maybe
now.
a different system. He could fit better. All right, other side of this, Cardinals. David Johnson's out for a while. Did they finish, like, close him off for the season, or is he come back late December? Do you guys hear anything?
I think he's done.
Think
That's
so?
what I heard last.
Like, initially, they're like, maybe early December, maybe playoffs, they'll be ready, but I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs.
I think it'd be a waste to bring him back because they're not going to the playoffs. You heard
They're
it
not
here
going
first.
to playoffs, especially with the Rams leading the division.
And you also got the Seahawks.
Shut up.
And the Seahawks might get wild card. So.
Yeah. Is another question, is Adrian Peterson legit?
No.
He's a bitch. I've said this in my previous backside articles. He's
Check it out,
he's 100%
backsideathletics.com.
bitch. Yeah, he had a cool start, like, oh, I'm back. No, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's too busy beating his kids to actually focus on football.
Wow.
How about
Chiefs,
them
all
Cowboys?
right.
That's who I got.
Chiefs versus Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? They're going to lose. Kareem Hunt, the Chiefs offense, too good. Kareem Hunt's a GOAT. He hasn't, like, done as good as, like, his initial burst at the beginning of the season, but he's still really good. Defenses are focusing in on him. That means more room for Alex Smith, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill to, like, hit it over the top. They're good. But more importantly, who cares about skill position? Their kicker. Their kicker's a lit.
I have
He
a
was
kicker
from-
in fantasy.
So do I. We're different league, I think.
He scored 1/4 of my points last week.
That's, yeah. And he came from the practice squad of Carolina, and I just think it's, like, a cool story to kind of see him, like, rise from a practice squad. And it's, like, a kicker. So kickers are just cool. It's a backup kicker.
Yeah, kickers are definitely the coolest person on the football team.
Yes.
You walk in, say I'm a kicker, panties hit the floor.
Panties drop. They're going to have to, like, evacuate the practice facility for flood warning.
Exactly.
All right. Other side of this, Cowboys. Recent news, Zeke is suspended. Is it 6 games the rest of the season?
He deserves the rest of the season, but it is 6 games.
All right. Why does he deserve the rest of the season?
He obviously did it. If it was going on this long, they probably could have figured out he didn't do it. I feel like he did it, but I don't care. I'm an Eagles fan. I got the Chiefs, and the Cowboys are going to lose.
All right.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys. I feel like they're picking up a lot of momentum. They've won 2 straight games, and I really feel like they got this one.
Can Alfred Morris, the coach, came out and said that he's going to get most of the reps. Can he pick up the slack that Zeke left off?
I think he'd probably be able to, especially against the Chiefs. They aren't that good at run defense. So, Elliott won't be that missed.
But he'll definitely be missed.
He will be missed.
Top running back in the league.
I think it's mostly their line, too.
Yeah, their line's crazy good.
Yeah.
So
that's a large part of Zeke's success.
All right. We both got the Chiefs. You got how about them Cowboys?
Damn right.
All right. Raiders versus Dolphins. I got the Raiders in this game.
I hate Jay Cutler. The Raiders are going to win this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jay Cutler's a bitch. I got Raiders too.
All right. Is Derek Carr fully healthy? Is he back?
Derek Carr's a G. Yeah, he'll be back. He gets shit done.
He definitely looked back against the Chiefs. That was a good performance from him. And I expect that to continue against the Dolphins, although they did kind of get piss-pounded by the Bills last week, 34-14. But I expect him to bounce back.
Yeah. Marshawn's back from his one-game suspension from – what was he doing, Holden?
Kind of just having a good old conversation with the referee, and he got all pissy about it, and you're suspended. That's all that happened. And
he went to the locker room, got dressed, came back into the stadium, and just chilling with some fans. Nice. It's the most Marshawn move of all time.
I swore I saw him at a fucking mall in I don't remember where the mall was, but I saw him at a mall, and I was like, yo, that's Marshawn Lynch. It's probably just a random dude with dreads, but I was pretty sure it was him.
All right, for the Dolphins, J.J. trade just went through. They don't have Ryan Tannehill for the rest of the year. That's old news, but how are they going to score?
They won't. They won't.
They
won't score.
All right. Can their defense put any points on the board?
Perhaps.
No. Ndamukong Suh had Ryan Mallett in a chokehold last game.
Nice.
So I don't expect anything positive to happen to the Dolphins for the remainder of the season. They didn't score against the Ravens. I don't know if they'll score for the rest of the season.
Our last game, we got Lions versus Packers. I got the Lions in this game.
I also have the Lions in this game.
I got the Packers.
All right. That's not going to happen. But
fuck you.
For the Lions this year, I think they're going to win this game. Matt Stafford's a good quarterback. They got a couple good threats with Marvin Jones and Golden Tate on the outside. But good question right now is, can they catch the Vikings in the NFC North? After this game, they have the Browns, Bears, and then the Vikings, Ravens, Bucs, Bears, Bengals, Packers. So that looks like that's a pretty easy schedule for the Lions for the rest of the year. On the other side, the Vikings, they have a tougher schedule with the Redskins, tough game at the Rams.
Yeah, damn right.
At the Falcons, actually Rams game's at home. At the Falcons, at Panthers,
go and do it.
And then Bengals, Packers, Bears, night it. So the Vikings is moderately harder, but both have relatively easy schedules to finish out the year. Do you guys think the Lions can catch the Vikings in the NFC North?
I think they can, but they won't.
Okay,
I think the Vikings will close it out. They got off to a hot start last year and then fell apart in the middle of the season. I don't see that happening this year. Case Keenum has filled in pretty well, and once they get either Bridgewater or Bradford back, I expect them to take the next step and be a playoff team this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Vikings are going to stay true to tradition and choke in the playoffs like they always do.
That's what they do. Well, we don't have Blair Walsh anymore.
Yeah, well, it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
They've went to 4 Super Bowls and
have
not won any of them.
Yeah, that is true. All right, and then other side of this, Packers. I think they're okay with Brett Hundley. Like he's doing all right.
I think he's showing improvement.
Yeah, but I think they should just bag it this year and then focus on next year with Aaron Rodgers.
They're definitely not a playoff team with Hundley in.
Oh yeah.
I still think they're going to beat the Lions, and you're both wrong.
All right. Aaron Jones is a legit running back. He's done pretty well since he started with Ty Montgomery being hurt. And but just overall, I think the Packers should just bag it and focus on next year.
I think they shouldn't just give up at their 8th game in the season.
Obviously,
They're
they don't give
4-3.
up. Like if they don't go on a hot streak, don't catch fire. Like I don't think they should. Like
I think they have a higher chance than the Giants and 49ers.
I said bag it for both those teams too.
Well, at least they're not the worst.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, from a player standpoint, you're never playing to lose, but maybe you should.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are our picks for from Backside
motivational.
Athletics. That's week 9. If you liked what we did, check out the link in the description. Go to our website. We got a lot of great content on there. Some articles, some fantasy football, fantasy basketball predictions. If you like all this, go ahead and check that out.
And we'll also have weekly videos, and we'll also have multiple a week if you show a little love.
That's right. Check out the channel. Be sure to smash my ass and eat that like button. Wait.